Within, I think, 30 days or so, I had made more than $5 million. I had like literally zero costs and like $500,000 per month, pure profits. I'm living my childhood dream basically, and I always loved racing. I never had the money before to race, so most of it just a big scam, because they tax you multiple times on the same dollar you make, and I think it's a huge scam. So losing money in general, like I lost in the tens of millions to scams many years ago. Thank you so much for having me. I'm very happy to be here and share my story.
Okay, that's perfect. And before we start, are you ready to make it slightly more personal than the usual Bitcoin interview?
Let's do it. It's a different style for me, but let's go.
Okay, that's perfect. So let's start with your personal, because this is anyone is mostly not covering. If we remove everything for a moment, like your social media exposure, your crypto portfolio, your wealth, cars, watches, who are you? Who is Carl when nobody is watching? What part of the person does the internet never see?
Well, I think that the person you don't see is the person who, whenever I come home at night, I always sit down by my guitar and I write songs and I sing. I travel with my family, with my girlfriend to different locations, and I like to meet up with friends and do the normal stuff, just normal life. If you cut away all the fancy stuff, it's more about just hanging out with friends and family, and also writing music, which is like what I do basically every single day, I would say.
Yes, that's what I wanted to hear, to show.
So basically, I always, since I was a kid, even since I was probably 10 years and above, I always wanted to be rich and successful. And because whenever I traveled with my family to anywhere, especially like early teens, we were in France a few times, and then we, took a day trip down to, Monaco and these places. We couldn't afford to stay there, but we had a car. Then we went into Monaco for the day, and in Monaco, my inspiration was just flourishing. I was like, wow, these people are so rich and they seem so happy and they seem so cool. They have amazing cars. They are, they have cool clothes, and the buildings are amazing here. Like, imagine me being one of these people in the future. So when I was a kid, I got this taste of like, I want to be one of them, So that's the motivation, I think. And then, school was good for me until a certain point. But when school became too heavy with like your own responsibility, and you have to make like long, assignments and stuff, I couldn't do it because, my attention span is just very limited when it comes to schoolwork and things that I'm not interested in. While on the contrary, if there's something I'm interested in, I can laser focus and dive deep into it and go all in. So school didn't work out for me. I basically dropped out, and for many years, basically nothing came out of me other than just partying and doing bad things and being with the wrong people. And then I took a job at a grocery store just because my parents, they basically forced me. That they said, you're still living at home, you don't pay rent, so either you get a job at the grocery store or we basically kick you out. Like either you take a job or you're out. So I got the job. I actually searched one job and I got it because I did like when I was like a few years prior, when I was very young, I did 2 weeks of like summer internship at this grocery store. So when I came back now and said I want a job, they gave it to me immediately. So that was nice. I didn't have to like search 50 jobs. I searched one job and I got it. But being in the grocery store, obviously I had some money coming in. That was nice. But in deep inside, I knew that like I cannot live my life like this. Like, I don't want to be working in the grocery store forever. So I started researching online how I can change my life, and I told myself I'm going to change my life. I have to do it. I found information about the law of attraction and about mindset. So I started visualizing.
No one believed in you. Your parents forced you to find a job. You told me how you found out about crypto. You are the founder of the Moon Show. You also have your investment company, right? So you are Web3 investor, and on top of that, you are also a philanthropist. So, like, how do you handle this all as one person? Because some people cannot just simply handle their own life, and you handle this many ventures. So how do you do it?
I mean, of course, I have a team also involved, right? So I have dozens of employees who manage different ventures of my group. The group, we call it the Moon Group, and then of course the Moon Show is part of there. We have the Moon Ventures, we have the Moon Media, and different arms. And then I have a team, and they take care of the operational things, and I take care of the bigger picture things like business and direction, vision. And of course, I am still the host of the Moon Show, so I still make videos there. But we also have other people like Crypto Kid, Champs Crypto, Jay Spizzle. These guys are also making videos on the Moon Show, which is very cool. So we have multiple hosts now. I mean, the Moon Show started as just a one-man show, right? It's funny because I think when I was making videos back in the days on the Moon Show, back then the channel was called just The Moon, but now it's The Moon Show because we're more people and it's a bigger thing now. But back then it was just me with a computer and Apple, earphones, making videos, recording videos from anywhere in the world. And it's funny because I think in terms of profitability, it must have been probably one of the most profitable businesses per with the low amount of employees, because it was only me and I was making easy, let's say $500,000 a month easy. Wow. On this channel in the beginning of the channel with only me, only one guy, with no
one person
costs.
Army. One person.
Yeah,
army.
My only cost was basically the laptop I bought, the Apple earphones I had, and the Wi-Fi connection, and that's basically all I paid for. And then the only other costs were if I was flying around the world, maybe meeting people, but that's not really real costs of the business. So I had literally zero costs and $500,000 per month, pure profits. So I don't know how many other companies make that much money per employee or per person. So that was actually incredible. My start, my journey, and that's I think the universe just gave me that opportunity, because I loved making the videos, and my audience loved me, and they still love me. Some hate me as well, but my audience are still there to watch the videos, I think the way the law of attraction works, you feel it in the sense that you make money from something that you love to do. It's fun, and you make a lot of money, and the effort seems to be quite low, but the output seems to be quite high.
How you started with music, how you come up with an idea to produce your first song? Because if I'm not mistaken, your music YouTube channel started back in 2011, right? This was your first touch with music.
Yeah, so I always loved music, and I started making music myself back when I was probably early teens, somewhere after being maybe 11, 12 or something. So I was playing a little bit of guitar. I was learning a little bit, piano, but mostly just by myself. So yeah, but the instrument I was getting the best at was, I would say, guitar and drums. And nowadays, I guess guitar is the instrument I know the best how to play. I was just, writing a lot of songs when I was a teenager. I loved it, and I had the dream of becoming an artist. And I was doing this simultaneously as I was in school and all of these things, right? And also in the grocery store, I was also making music on my free time. My first song I ever published was Walk on Water, which is still online. You can find it if you just search Carl Moon Walk on Water on Google. You will find it somewhere. I released it in 2012, and that was a big moment for me because that was. Is it fine for you?
It looks okay for me. It looks okay. I don't see.
Because your video is freezing a bit, but if it's fine on your end, as long as it's fine for you, because you're recording, so hopefully it's fine, and we keep going.
Yeah. Up until now, you have 5 songs released. What I saw on Spotify, right? Are you planning to release more songs in the near future, or what's your plan regarding this?
Yeah, so those 5 songs I made when I was a teenager, so they are very old, but I still like them, so I keep them up. I'm currently recording my debut album, and it's called Life Path 1. So I have another, I think, like 7 or 8 songs under recording right now, and so it's going to be exciting for me to release those because they have a little bit different sound than my older songs, more towards the rock sound, I would say. So I want to bring rock back. I want to make rock great again, I think.
Came to be. It was in early childhood. You had the passion to cars or motorcycles. How did it happen that you ended up racing?
Well, ever since I was a kid, I loved cars. My dad loves cars, so I guess I got it from him. And I always wanted to have cool cars. I always wanted to have Ferraris and Bugattis and these things. So that was always my dream. And now that I have the funds to buy them, I'm living my childhood dream basically. And I always loved racing. I never had the money before to race. So like my parents never put me to go-karts or anything because it's just too expensive. Like they could not afford it. And if they did, maybe I could have been a successful racer today. So I'm starting a bit late now, but it's possible to still do some cool career in racing. So I'm doing Ferrari Challenge this year, obviously with the WEEX as my title sponsor. So that's an honor to have WEEX as my sponsor. And I think a Ferrari Challenge is the first step, and then I want to go into the GT3 racing of the world, which is like very high level racing, and that's very competitive, and that's like the big boys club. So that's the next step. But Ferrari Challenge is a great way now to learn, and it's also nice to have WEEX as my partner because I've worked with WEEX for a couple of years already, and we have such a strong partnership. And to bring that outside of crypto into the racing world, I think it's amazing. And the car looks insane. I think it looks amazing with the WEEX logo.
Yes. Yeah, and the tracksuit. I love this tracksuit, and it really looks pretty nice. And we are like WEEX is also honored that we can sponsor you in this journey and realize your childhood dreams, because I think there is no better way to express the possibility what crypto is possible to offer to people. I cannot see it in any other industry, to be truly fair with you. I have seen so many successful people who really realize their dreams only through crypto. Maybe now AI, but AI also is applicable to trading. So we will see what will happen with this. Thank you for bringing up
when I saw the donations were very slow, I just started donating myself instead because I wanted to make sure that we had a successful campaign. But yeah, I think, charity for children with any disability is something that I care a lot about because of my little brother who has multiple disabilities, actually. So I have firsthand experience of how it is to live with someone who has such disabilities, and it's a huge issue for the child, but it's also an issue for the family. So it's like many victims in such situations. So I think it's a great cause, and I think people should do more of that. A few charities I've supported that I think people can check out is EDSA, which is a Down syndrome center in Dubai. I think that it's a great one. And another great one is Kids OR, or Kids Operating Room. They build operating rooms around the world for children that need surgery in countries where there's no access. Super good. You can easily donate there. I've also
right? They just see those huge wins, Ferraris, Lamborghinis. They see the end product, but they don't see this years of struggle, of years of hard work, dedication, learning. I would like to ask you first, what was your like biggest win, like, and how it changed you? Like, what do you feel when it happened in trading?
My biggest win, I don't know what my biggest win. I mean, I guess my most famous win is probably when I made an XRP trade. Although I'm not an XRP fan, I just saw a trade. I saw this is going to happen. It was probably like a couple of years ago now. I put, I think, $250,000 into a position, and used leverage, and then the price broke out, and within, I think, 30 days or so, I had made more than $5 million from this one single trade.
Wow.
And I actually exited all of that at the top, which I did publicly. So I have public proof of opening the trade. I also have public proof of me closing the trade and selling off all the XRP, which of course the XRP people were hating on, but I sold all the XRP profits, and I put it into some other like Bitcoin, Ethereum, altcoins, and everything. So that was a crazy trade. I think it definitely is one of my best trades ever. I had a few other like crazy ones, but I think that one is the most popular one. To this day, people still talk about that trade.
I think I remember this trade. I think you entered around maybe 50 cents or something like this, if I'm not mistaken. I just have I see it in my mind. I have I remember the images. I remember when you posted it somewhere. It was either on Instagram or X. I remember this trade, and so many people, you even posted when you take profits, and a lot of people hated you for this. I really remember this. Everyone was like, okay, you are selling now, see you, in the higher prices. They thought you are not smart enough to realize profits.
Ever since then, the price has just been going down. So I actually exited the exact top. Like I just came in, made my money, and just went out. And that's why the XRP community didn't like it, because I never held XRP. I just came in at the very bottom and just rode it up to the top and sold, and basically like extracted money from the XRP community, which they don't like so much. But hey, I'm a trader. I don't hold those coins. I just trade them.
Exactly. You got in, you got out, and you realize the profit. It's not about being right. It's about making money and not holding it forever, right? So, but if when you did this $5 million, let's call it $5 million on this one trade, what was your feeling like? What did you feel? Did it change you somehow, like, or not at all?
No, it didn't change me at all, I would say. No, it was just another day, basically. It was nice to get it. I mean, the nicest thing about it was mostly the exposure I got. Like, so many people talked about it. People started subscribing to the Moon Show because
people are looking now for their ways to hit, home run, or they would like to find an amazing opportunity. WEEX is organizing this year Hackathon. This is called Human versus AI Hackathon, organized by WEEX. We had our previous edition, which was completed. It was amazing success. Now this year is coming the next edition with 200,000 USDT prize pool and 100 million LLM tokens, and as a prize pool for the winners. In the description of the video, you can find the link. I strongly suggest everyone to register and to try. It doesn't cost you anything. You can just win money with us. You can trade manually, or you can use AI to trade, and you can try to win amazing prizes and see you. We also host sometimes offline events regarding hackathons, so you can meet the WEEX team, you can meet other traders, inspiring people. So I strongly suggest everyone to check the description, in the description, the link for the hackathon. Okay, so we covered the biggest losses, the biggest wins, trading, music.
And don't give it to people who will multiply your Bitcoin or give you interest on Bitcoin. Yeah, I think that those are the most important key things. And also don't forget to focus on what you love, which is music. Don't wait for too long and just go and do it, you know.
Great. Okay. I really would like to thank you from myself, from Weeks, our exchange. I would like to thank you for your time.